The Emperor has been expecting you.
Hello, Star Comrades. This is Typical Russian Guy. I bring you facts and theories from the Star Wars universe, with English subtitles, yeah. So, just a couple of days ago, the last and the final trailer of the film The Rogue One was published. In a trailer, we were shown some little but pretty interesting details. Let's see what I mean. The trailer starts when, rejuvenated since the last trailer, Orson Krennic goes under the protection of those brand new black stormtroopers to face a lone farmer. Apparently, this scene is a flashback of Jyn Erso's memory. Participation of such a high-ranking Imperial agent like Orson Krennic, who is, by the way, the main antagonist of the film in the operation of arresting an ordinary farmer, helps us to understand that the farmer is not ordinary. But first things first, the name of the man we see in front of us is Jyn Erso, who, according to the dialogues we can hear in the film, is either an engineer or a manager directly responsible for the creation of the Death Star. It is logical to conclude that he had direct access to the plans of the Doomsday Machine. Further, we see a girl hiding from the stormtroopers, and then suddenly the camera shows us the main heroine of every previous trailer, Jyn Erso. As it was said, the previous scene showed us the memories of the protagonist. Apparently, Jyn went into prison, and this scene will be the scene in which the film will introduce us Jyn as a character. Main heroine's inmate is an alien, the race of which is hard to recognize. He is either from an unidentified species or a Quarren, but if he is a Quarren, he is a pretty strange-looking one. I guess he's either a criminal boss who got imprisoned or a rebel engineer of the Empire, because Quarrens were the race of those aliens who held high positions of senators, mafiosi, and leaders of projects of making new starships. Further, we can see a familiar from the previous trailer, Planet Jedha, the place in which Jedi traditions are still strong enough, and a planet which is frequently visited by numerous pilgrims willing to become enlightened. Moreover, the planet is rich in kyber crystals, which are used to create lightsabers since ancient times. Those crystals are a reason why the Empire took a fancy to this place. Those grains are used to create the famous laser of the Death Star. In just a moment, we see a rebel squad assaulting an Imperial base. Apparently, it is the prison in which the main heroine is held. We can suppose that the Alliance needs this girl for a reason. It is likely that this is the analogy with Kyle Katarn. Jyn's father in the new canon is an allusion to Morgan Katarn, who gave his son the data containing information about the Valley of the Jedi, the power of which in a wrong hand can destroy the entire galaxy. In the new canon, the key narrating thread is the plans of the Death Star, which helps us to suppose that the importance of Jyn Erso to the future New Republic was formed by the fact of the possession of knowledge where such plans are held. In a moment when Jyn tells us that the Rebel Alliance is the only thing that remains that can push back the Empire, we are shown the remains of the statue of the Jedi. It is an apparent hint of that the rebels are the only thing that can help the light win once again. Further, we're shown Yavin 4, the planet that concentrated the dark aura since ancient times. It was a sanctuary of many dark personalities, like Naga Sadow, Exar Kun, and Vitiate. At the time of the film's action, it is ironically becomes the main starting point for the warriors of the light side. From the dialogues between the characters, we find out that the father of the main heroine is really a key character in building the superweapon. In a moment when someone communicates with a member of Jyn's team by radio, we find out that the Rogue One is either a call sign of the vessel on which the rebels will fly to their mission, or the call sign of the team itself. In my opinion, the second variant is more likely to be true. Hereafter, we are reminded of that the Death Star is extremely dangerous to the galaxy. Some rebels, those who are frightened by the station's power, start to losing morale, but Jyn Erso inspires her comrades by telling them that they have hope on which their rebellion is based upon. It is a clear reference to the 4th episode of Star Wars, A New Hope. But the references in this trailer are not just to films. By showing us the landscapes of a tropical planet named Scarif, the director draws parallels with the planet Rakata Prime and its Rakata Temple, which was one of the details of the defense mechanism of another doomsday machine of the Star Wars universe, the Star Forge, destroyed by Revan 4,000 years before the events of the films. According to different sources, Scarif was one of those planets from which the majority of the resources required to build a Death Star came from. It is possible that this is a hint, telling us that the Death Star is not yet finished, so the rebels hope to destroy the shipyards to slow the moment when the battle station will reach the point of being completed. And talking about the readiness of the superweapon, by looking at this huge explosion on Jeddah, I got two thoughts in my head. First, it may be Death Star's superlaser test strike, and second, it may be the consequence of that rebels have planted the explosives in the biggest kyber crystal deposit on the planet in an attempt to not to let the Empire get such a precious material in its hands. And, by the way, write in a comment which version is the most believable. I hope you have enjoyed watching this video. If it is so, then please leave a like and don't forget to subscribe to my channel. And don't forget about my Twitter, Reddit and Facebook, and maybe VKontakte if you speak Russian. So, have a good day and let the Force be with you, always.